You know, every single gardener, every farmer knows that gut-wrenching feeling of watching your plants just fail. But what if the real enemy isn't something you can see? What if it's hiding right under your feet? Well, today we're going to dig deep, literally, to show you how to beat those invisible destroyers lurking in your soil. Let's get right into it. So, I want to kick things off with a question, and it might just challenge a habit a lot of us have. Do you love giving your plants a nice, thorough shower from top to bottom? I mean, it feels like you're doing a good thing, right? But here's the twist. What if I told you that simple act is pretty much rolling out the red carpet for disease?
I think we've all been there. That feeling of just total frustration. You do everything by the book. You water, you feed, you care for them like they're your babies, and they still get sick. Well, that common heartbreak is often caused by an enemy we can't even see.
Okay, so let's properly introduce this villain. We are talking about the invisible culprits that cause so much crop failure. Soil-borne fungi. These things operate in total stealth mode, underground, launching a devastating attack right where you least expect it.
So what are they exactly? Well, think of them as microscopic terrorists that have set up camp in your soil. And their main target? The plant's root system, its absolute lifeline. Once they attack the roots, they can cause this whole cascade of horrible diseases that leads to wilting, rot, and ultimately the end of your plant. Now, let's put some names to these microscopic bad guys. Think of this as the fungal world's most wanted list. If you're growing something like pepper or durian or even melons, chances are you've gone a few rounds with at least one of these. Fusarium and Phytophthora, in particular, are just infamous for the sheer destruction they can cause.
And here is a number that you absolutely have to burn into your memory: 6 hours. You see, studies have confirmed what we call the 6-hour death rule. If a plant's leaves stay wet, just continuously wet for a mere 6 hours, that is the golden window of opportunity for fungal spores to sprout, swim over to the plant's pores, and launch a full-scale invasion. Just 6 hours.
All right, enough about the problem. That's the bad news. Let's flip the script and talk about the solution. It is time for you to meet a powerful, all-natural ally in this fight, a true biological guardian for your garden. It's a beneficial fungus called Trichoderma. Now, Trichoderma is part of this amazing group called antagonistic fungi. And the name really says it all. They are the natural enemies of the bad guys. Think of Trichoderma as a microscopic bodyguard for your plant's roots. Or maybe even better, it's like a living, breathing antibiotic for your soil. And listen, this stuff is not a one-trick pony. Trichoderma has a whole arsenal of superpowers. It directly attacks and kills harmful fungi by basically dissolving their cell walls. It's also a master composter, breaking down tough organic matter and turning your soil into this incredibly fertile, airy paradise. It actually stimulates plants to grow bigger, stronger roots, and, get this, it even triggers a defense response in the entire plant, helping it create antibodies that protect everything, even the leaves and branches way up top. Okay, so that's the science. Pretty cool, right? Now for the practical part. Let's turn all this incredible science into simple, actionable steps that you can go use on your farm or in your garden, like today. Preparing your soil before you plant is everything. It's like laying the foundation for a house. You have to get it right. First, turn over the soil and let it just bake in the sun. Sunlight is a fantastic natural sterilizer. Second, you apply lime to kill off anything left and to balance the pH. Now this next part is crucial. You have to wait 5 to 15 days after you use the lime before you introduce the Trichoderma. Then you add some compost for food, and finally, you drench the soil with your Trichoderma solution. You can also use Trichoderma to basically supercharge your compost pile, and the recipe couldn't be simpler. For every ton of organic stuff you have, like manure or straw, you just dissolve 1 or 2 kilos of Trichoderma in water. Then, as you build your compost pile layer by layer, you spray each layer with that solution. This is going to massively speed up the decomposition, and more importantly, it'll kill off any nasty pathogens that might be hiding in the manure. Okay, this is critical. You have to understand what helps your little biological guardian and what hurts it. This chart breaks it down perfectly. Organic fertilizers? A huge yes. That's food for your Trichoderma. Chemical fertilizers? You gotta be careful. Use them on different days. But chemical fungicides and lime, as you can see, those are absolute hard no's. They will kill your beneficial fungi, and you'll just be wasting your time and money.
Now, for those of you who might be working in more high-tech settings like in greenhouses, there are some even more advanced tools you can use. So let's take a quick look at 2 powerful technologies for sterilizing your water and your whole growing environment.
So on one hand, you've got Ozone.
It's a super powerful oxidizer that just blasts through cell membranes, and it has this incredible side effect of breaking down into pure oxygen, which basically super oxygenates the water for your plant's roots. On the other hand, you have nanosilver, these teeny tiny particles that can kill over 650 types of pathogens and provide a really long-lasting protective effect. Both are fantastic options if you want to ensure a totally sterile start.
But whether you're using high-tech gadgets or just good old-fashioned techniques, the most powerful and effective strategy always comes back to one simple idea: prevention. Your smart, daily habits are always your first and your best line of defense.
And this right here, this illustrates the single most important principle for preventing fungal disease. Seriously, if you take only one thing away from our chat today, let it be this. Your ultimate goal is to have perfectly watered roots and bone-dry leaves. If you can achieve that, you've already won half the battle.
So how do we actually do that? Well, it all comes down to 3 golden habits. Number 1, always water in the morning. This gives the sun and the wind the entire day to dry off any stray water, which totally breaks that 6-hour death rule. 2, water the soil, not the plant. Get your hose right down to the base of the plant, or better yet, use drip irrigation. And 3, prune your plants. Removing those lower leaves creates airflow, which acts like a natural dehumidifier for your garden. And just to really hammer this home, here is the forbidden list. First, absolutely do not water your plants in the evening. That's like building a 5-star hotel for fungi to check into and thrive in all night long. Second, stay away from high-pressure sprayers that can create tiny little wounds on the leaves. Those are just open invitations for infection. And finally, never let your plants get so bushy and overgrown that air can't move through them. That creates a humid little microclimate, which is the perfect breeding ground for disease.
So I want to leave you with this one final thought. Where does the real key to a healthy, vibrant garden actually lie? Is it in a bunch of expensive bottles of chemical fungicides? Or is it right here in our own hands, in the simple, conscious decision we can make about how we water our plants starting today? The power truly is yours.